Prince Institute. Exercise 176. Sir Happy Singh. Ready? Start. Mr. Deputy Chairman, sir, I rise to speak on the President's address, and at the very outset, I would like to thank the Honorable President for his address to both Houses of Parliament. Sir, the address of the President is supposed to provide a roadmap and a charter for the future of the country and for the collective future of its people. It is also, sir, a document around which we organize what has been described as the conversation of democracy. To that extent, it is indeed a solemn document and a document on which the august Houses of Parliament debate in all seriousness in order to enrich its contents and not necessarily to censure it. It is in that spirit, sir, with your permission and with the permission of my leader, I rise to make some constructive suggestions. Sir, I have had the privilege of listening to the leader of the House who said that there is no copyright on ideas. Indeed, I readily agree that there is never a copyright on ideas, but I would not have been faulted for saying that at least, in the very least, there should have been an acknowledgement in the address that the address builds on the grand edifice that was laid by UPA first and UPA second. To the extent that the leader of the House acknowledged, and I would like to thank him for albeit a grudging acknowledgement that the grand edifice which armed with the mandate he seeks to build for this country is to be upon the edifice laid down in the last 10 years in a monumental expansion of the social empowerment programs and what has defined the UPA 1 and UPA 2. In the history of independent India, and facts speak for themselves, and as somebody has said, one is entitled to one's opinion, but one is not entitled to invent one's own facts. These facts have been solemnly recorded in the President's address of 2013, which is a statement of the government on record, and none has disputed the facts contained in that. I am building on those facts to say and argue that had anything been done, we would not have lost the elections is an absolute travesty of argument. Elections are won and lost on the basis of a number of factors. They do not at all detract from the very substantial, insignificant achievements that the UPA 1 and UPA 2 have to its credit. Sir, I want to comment on two broad themes. The two themes are this was an election of hope, and this is an election that has deepened our vibrant democracy. These are pertinent themes for discussion. With your permission, I would like to make a few comments on these. It is true that every election raises hopes, and every election is premised on the ability of parties to raise hopes in the minds of the people in the common future. I am not oblivious, since it is of recent occurrence, of the election campaign of the ruling party. The ruling party has certainly succeeded in selling tremendous hope to the people of India. I was waiting to see that promise of hope being translated into concrete action. When both the houses met, because that is the first opportunity you got to indicate to the people of India in concrete terms what you intend to do to translate that hope into reality. On the very first day, when they talked of hope, they talked of the hope of healing the wounds of the past resulting from a fractious and contentious politics. Well said. I entirely endorse that sentence. I think the conversation of democracy can't be advanced in an atmosphere of perennial personalized conflicts. We have to rise above these conflicts because the magnitude of the challenges that we face, the gap between the magnitude of the challenges that we face and the smallness of our politics is staring us in our face, and people are judging us for what we represent in action, not what we represent in words. So, what do I see? We have heard the debate yesterday. A principal spokesman and intervener on behalf of the ruling party said that the Congress party has been reduced to a status of a regional party. It was mocking us in a manner that does not behove a party that has received such a large mandate. Magnanimity in victory was expected and also humility. But I sense none of these. On the very second day of taking oath, an honorable minister of this government, which seeks to bring the Kashmiri Pandits back to Kashmir, talks of abrogation of Article 370. In a sensitive state like Kashmir, the first statement that permits from the office of the Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office is a contentious statement on Article 370. And this is a matter of great sensitivity not only for the state of Jammu and Kashmir but also for the country as a whole.